Hi, I'm Ken Rosman. I'm the studio head of Radical Entertainment. So the timeline is Prototype 2 picks up 14 months after the end of Prototype 1. Prototype 1 ending with Alex Mercer, or a facsimile of him, saving New York from the nuke going off, and Alex Mercer essentially becoming a ghost, a phantom of the NYZ, and then Sergeant James Heller, our new protagonist, returning from the war, only to come home too late to find his wife and daughter already dead, murdered at the hands of the virus, and his city destroyed, both of which that he finds and holds Alex Mercer personally responsible. So bigger and better absolutely being the mantra of Prototype 2. The things that clearly resonated with the audience was, things like the locomotion was something that absolutely was celebrated and wanted more of. The devastation and power and ability, the ultimate power fantasy of the character, being able to tear things up and have an effect on the world, obviously drove things heavily. Feedback that fed back into how do we make it bigger and better. Things like the combat system. Some of the feedback was, sometimes it felt that the combat system was not always in your favor. Whether it was being attacked off screen or whether it was, enemies being in unbreakable combos, things like that. So obviously, we really wanted to amp up the tactics and the communication to the player, so the player really felt like they had a chance to be in control of the combat. The world is broken up into 3 zones: the red zone, the green zone, the yellow zone. There's actually a physical separation between those zones. The player would not be able to get to those other zones through their own locomotion abilities. They actually have to use an air bridge or another system to actually get to those. The red zone obviously is a zone that's focused on a battle that Blackwatch is barely holding on. It's the infection at its full force. Obviously, there's hot zones of just intense firefights between infected and Blackwatch. Yellow zone, you've got a territory you've got a zone that's oppressed. It's got too many people compressed in a small amount of space. It's a shanty town. Obviously, it's a much more close quarters battles. And then you've got the green zone, which is the world trying to act normal with a heavy militarized force. So you've got Blackwatch and military in every corner. You're being watched for everything you do, and obviously if you screw up or if you call attention to yourself, obviously the world can light up very quickly. Alex Mercer's motivations weren't always clear to the player. In the game world, he would eviscerate everybody on the street, but then he'd walk into his sister's apartment and have a tender moment, and there was a real disconnect, and we really wanted to remove that disconnect. So Sergeant James Heller's approach is he's a man on a mission. Yes, his motivations are clear. He's there to murder his maker. He's there to reclaim his city that he feels Alex and the virus took from him. So it's about providing a character who you're never lost in what he's after. So BlackNet is, the side missions in Prototype 1 were disconnected from the overall theming and narrative of Prototype. They were race there, kill those guys. And we really wanted to bring that side mission. We've really seen a sea change in the marketplace that everything really stays in theme. And so BlackNet affords the ability to create a system that essentially Gentek and Blackwatch use to house their secret operations. And through Heller consuming people to get access to BlackNet, he can then find out about those missions and bring them down from the inside. So they'll be very much in theme. The player will be rewarded for cleaning up the zones, things like that. Prototype 2 will be available in 2012 from the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, and PC SKUs.